Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Cosplay Cafe. I'm your barista, Kelly Gentner of one half of Phoenix Sisters Cosplay. And this week, we are going to be talking Fairytale Villains with James Fyke. I'm sorry, James, you're backstage. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. He's Bluff City Batman. I'm going to bring him out in a minute, but first, I'm going to play our credits. All right. And of course, my lovely co-host Andrea is here tonight. So, hey there, Andrea.
Hi. Hello.
Correct me on James's last name. Did I pronounce it right or did I get it wrong?
I've always said Fyke and he has corrected me, so.
Okay, so when we bring James out, he can correct us. Do you want to tell our audience, give the spiel on James?
James is the Bluff City Batman. I've known him for probably about 5 or so years now. We do volunteer work together. He's probably most well known for being Batman, but as you guys are going to see, he is the best Gaston. You're going to love him. He is just an awesome human being. So let's let him show himself off.
All right, wherever he's going to come, down here. Welcome, James. How do you pronounce your last name? I should have asked beforehand.
You nailed it. You got it.
I would.
Impressively, most people mess it up, but you got it. You got it. You nailed it right on the head. I was just gonna let Andrea keep raving about me and complimenting me, and
that could have been the whole episode because you are awesome, and that chair is amazing. And I'm going to sneak in your house and steal the Gaston chair one day.
Don't worry, we'll continue to do that. We like to raise compliments.
Good luck, because it had to come up here and it's upstairs and it's in pieces. It had to come up in pieces and be reassembled. So,
is it as comfortable as it looks?
Yes, I built it out of a old like love seat recliner. I found it on like one of the Facebook resale sites for like $20. So I bought it and I completely deupholstered it, stripped it. And basically the only part that's still the same is the bottom part. And I built the back, and I got on Etsy and found yak hair. So the one time I went to Disney, I took a lot of reference photos of the chair in the tavern at Disney World. And the rest is history.
It's a prop all Gaston cosplayers could be jealous of.
They should be. Because that
kind of is like the whole deal with your Batmobile. You've kind of just rebuilt a lot of pieces of it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you have a Batmobile?
It's the Bluff City Batman. We take it to events. It's amazing.
It's a full size. Okay. It's a full-size replica 89 Batmobile, and I'm sitting above it. It's in my garage below me.
I'm so jealous right now.
Yeah, it's
so you basically take prop building to the extreme.
I wish I was as good as prop builder as some of my friends, but I try. My buddy Jeremy, he takes the cake when it comes to prop building, but I try to keep up with him. He teaches me things. So
he's our Bluff City Iron Man. So.
He's Bluff City Iron Man. Yeah, we both do Batman. We both do Batman, but he's building a new Iron Man suit. He's on his like 3rd suit now. So
yeah, and that's he's like what 6'4", 6'5". So
yeah, so he's. Last time I checked, he has like 4 3D printers running at one time. So
yeah, most people can't even get one, and he's over there literally just a little 3D printing factory.
Yeah,
the last.
Do what?
We're here to talk about you, though, not Jeremy.
I know, but
We'll bring Jeremy on some other time.
yeah, Jeremy can come on. He likes to talk about himself.
And DL, speaking of talking about James, DL says hello. And yes, James is awesome. So you have the DL seal of approval.
I have DL seal of approval, and I've got to get on her show as Beetlejuice. She wanted Beetlejuice on, so the ghost with the most will have to show up for that.
Nice.
James is such a jack of all trades.
I love it.
Somebody asked me the other day. They said, "How many Michael Keaton cosplays do you do?" And I said, "You should see my Dr. Detroit sometime." So that's a joke.
So Hunky Monkey says hello and is asking if you're wearing dishwashing gloves, which I'm guessing no.
No, these are not dishwashing gloves. So I have a very good, unlike Andrea, I am no good at sewing. When it comes to cloth and leather, hot glue, super glue, Gorilla Glue are my best friends.
Nothing wrong with that.
I have a friend. She is a unionized costume designer. She worked on a bunch of movies and shows here in Memphis. And she actually made my first Batman cape for me. It's sucker's huge. But I sent her a picture of the park Gaston at Walt Disney World. And I said, this is what I want, but short sleeve. I don't want the long sleeve version. And I want the gloves and the collar to be the same fabric. So she emailed me back, and she said, this is what you need to get. So it is a mustard suede, and she made the gloves from scratch.
I hate gloves, so she is.
Yeah,
she's a hero.
She told me this will be. She lost her religion on these gloves, and these will be the last pair she ever makes. Because it's got the
suede gloves, like.
Yeah, she put
he likes you.
She put the 3 like seam indentions on the gloves. I don't know, Andrew, you know John Scanlon. He drooled over these the first time he saw them. He was like piecing them apart. But the collar and then the shirt, I don't know what the red fabric is, but
you always look
she did it.
On.
Yeah, it is the most comfortable cosplay that I have. But and then the wig. So they're not dish gloves by any means. They are suede.
Those gloves. Are not going in water anywhere. You don't want those anywhere.
No. So and then, but the wig is Lisa Fabio. She did it custom because I have a huge melon, and I made the belt from scratch. I went to Tandy Leather. That's another. Like I said, leather I can do with cloth.
And you talk about wigs. That's the one thing a lot of people don't realize how hard it is for male cosplayers to find wigs that fit them.
That is the truth.
And even with me, like with all the hair I've got to get under one, I have to buy much bigger caps. So I feel your pain on a wig that fits. And
luckily, I hang out with a bunch of princesses. So I've gotten a lot of wig tips and like restyling tips. So
yeah, it pays to have cosplay Memphis out there with you sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I've met so many awesome people for being in that group, and you were one of them, and that's why we wanted you here, Dave. That's what I do.
I love Gaston's a fun one because you could ride that irreverent line, just like, ooh, so close. But it's just so fun. I did it.
Responds really well to it.
I did it. Yeah, kids do. The little girls love picking on me, especially when we're at Le Bonheur. They love picking on me. And when we went to, what was it? Maybe it was Le Bonheur. It was Le Bonheur because there was like a family band. They were playing like bluegrass covers. Were you there, Andrew, when that band was playing bluegrass covers of Disney songs?
No, that was a couple years ago. Yes. I think that was the last one we did before this year.
That was. And those little girls in that family band, they were like the Von Trapps, but they played bluegrass covers of Disney themes. And I kept bugging them to play the Gaston song, and they never did it. But then I saw them like a couple months later as the Grinch at Christmas when they were there, and they had learned it. They were like, "We got something to show you," and they like played a little bit of it. And I was like, "Well," and of course, pandemic hit, so we never got to see them back at La Conner. But it's really fun. It's crazy. I only did it one time at a con. Actually, I did it twice at a con. I did it once at MCFC when we were working a table, and then the other time I did it was Anime Blues Con.
We'll have some pictures with that later.
Yes, I did do it at Anime Blues Con. That was fun. But doing it at a con is fun. I mean, but I did get, so last month I did get to do it at Disney for Boo Bash, and
awesome.
that was fun. So
my favorite memory of you in this, we were at La Conner, and it was me and Christy. She was Briar Rose, and I was Snow White. You walk up behind us, and you're like, "Hey, ladies, why don't you leave those guys for a real man?" And we're both like, "You just this character. It's so great. I love it." And I think that's why the kids respond so well.
Yeah, and I think I don't remember who was Rapunzel, but they had the Pascal Oreos, and I like walked up to whoever was Rapunzel, and I was like, "Is this yours?"
Yeah.
And I went, oh, "No, it's mine." I ate the whole thing in one bite.
It's a character you can just play and have so much fun with.
And I do a lot of when I say research, quote unquote research. There was somebody that just has a whole YouTube page of the Walt Disney World Gaston doing meet and greets. It's just videos and videos. So I watch those, and that's where I get a lot of my one-liners, like watch out, it's a meet and greet, not a meet and grope.
Yeah, those poor Gaston guys in the parks.
Yeah, the one guy, he's since TikTok, that that video is resurfaced of him telling the girl to leave.
Yeah.
I follow him on Instagram, and he met his now fiance as cast member. She was Belle, so Gaston actually got Belle in the end. So yeah,
one Gaston got his Belle.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he got lucky. He did a really cool Dapper Day as Gaston. The suit from the cartoon, the asking for her hand in marriage suit. He did it for Dapper Day.
Oh,
and I thought
that's
was
a goal.
cool. But
Dapper Day.
So yeah, so I would like to do Dapper Day one year, but the Gaston thing started because when I joined when I joined cosplay, I was Batman. And that's all I had was Batman. And then we did our first Fairytale Day was coming up, and I'm like, well, I can't do anything. Like, I'm a big guy. I can't do like Prince Charming, or especially I had a couple weeks, and then sure enough, I was like, this Beauty and the Beast was on like Freeform or something, and I was like, I could do that. Yeah, nice. And then it started. I mean, it all started with like a red polo, like a Target polo, Andrea, and with a yellow collar hot glue to it, and it just spun from there. So
that's another great thing about doing those events. The kids don't care. They see the character. They don't look at the scenes. They just see a character. They love it. They don't judge you for how your costume's made, if you bought it or made it. They just go, it's Gaston.
No, they don't. And that's, I've tried to, I keep telling myself with everything, with every costume, especially with the Batmobile. I'm like, it's not, this is missing, this is not right, and kids don't care.
Every time you roll up with that Batmobile and they hear that engine outside the hospital, they just
I can't. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's tough. The past year has been tough not getting it out, but it'll come back out once everything starts normalizing, hopefully, and hopefully we can get back to doing more events. But because I love doing this one at events. It's fun, like messing with the nurses and especially messing with the men, the guy nurses. I mess with the guy nurses all the time.
And they love it. They laugh it off, and they have so much fun. The staff needs it just as much as the kids do.
We did one, probably the best one. It wasn't even a big event. It was a little girl. They had planned her birthday trip to Disney. It was like a week-long trip. And they were 2 days from flying out, and her appendix ruptured.
Oh.
And she had to have like emergency surgery. So Amy Ford, who is our contact at Le Bonheur, she texted me and said, "Hey, what Disney characters can you get up here for this little girl? This family's been through this." Luckily, they were able to completely move their trip. But she was really looking forward to it. Now they're not going for like another year.
Yeah.
So she got visited by Gaston and Belle.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. I did most of the talking, of course. But and I had it in my bag, just for some reason. I guess it was because I wear black pants. I had a lint brush, and I threw it in the bag with the stuff I was giving her, and I messed with her. I was like, "Of the story, who is your favorite? Be honest." And she was like, "The Beast." And I was like, "Well, you're gonna need this." And I pulled out the lint roller. And she just looked at it, and her parents and the staff were rolling. But I was like, "Well, you're gonna need this." So
What makes you so good in character? You're very quick-witted with when kids or adults say something. You've got a good quick comeback with it.
I
Yes.
try.
I am genuinely entertained watching you when we do it.
I have so much. I can't. It's hard to describe how much fun we have, especially doing this. I mean, messing with people as Gaston, and then people messing back.
Garrett says,
What did Garrett say?
"The Beast is the best." Good answer.
He would say
He's
that, right?
He's biased.
Also, we have a lot of people saying hello, so I'm gonna run down these real quick. Money Black Soon says hello, and he wants to know how tall you are, or she. Sorry,
They're asking.
you. How tall is James?
6'2".
Very tall.
See, I'm dwarfed around a lot of the people in cosplay with us because I'm about 5'4". So I stand next to these guys in heels, and I'm just like, "Hi."
It's really tough when people get around me and Jeremy. It's so funny because John, especially when John hangs out with us, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Then John says, "Hello, hi Johnny. This is our network head, our fearless leader," and he says we all look amazing. Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Of course, Garrett says good evening. Quartz Kitty says hello, guys.
Yeah. We got a lot of folks tuning in live today.
We do.
What do you expect?
It's James.
Of course. And Sierra, is it Sierra or Kiera? I cannot pronounce names. Sierra. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm pronouncing names with my first guess.
You're on a roll.
Thank you. And then Casper says, "So nice to finally meet the Memphis Gaston. You're awesome."
I guess my reputation precedes me.
I mean, once again, you're the Bluff City Batman. So a lot of people know you for that, but
yeah,
he's
my repertoire, I guess, is building slowly but surely. Especially through cosplay, having to do certain themed events.
It makes us really quick go, "Oh, can I come up with something for that?"
Yeah. I have one. I have one in the closet. It's not done. I wanted to break it out for MCFC, but it's not cosplay worthy. It's cosplay Memphis worthy, but
it's cosplay, not cause.
Yeah, not cosplay, but cosplay. But I have Homelander from The Boys. Ooh. And I wanted to break it out at MCFC, but my schedule was crammed this past weekend, so I couldn't make it. But I really wanted to break out Homelander.
Yeah. Concat says, "Love y'all." Aw. Love you too, Concat.
We're going to show a few pictures of our little Concat later. We have some pictures. One of the collages. I use our contact.
That is cute. Speaking of MCFC, did you two have fun?
James didn't make it. I was there.
I didn't get to make it.
I was only there Saturday. I was in a judging room all day with Robin and Sierra doing
Yes.
the cosplay contest.
And I have a picture of you from Saturday because we've been talking up these costumes. Look at these gorgeous ladies.
Look at the bombshells.
Yeah, Garrett took that picture. I think that's one. Yeah, that's one Garrett took.
Yep.
I mean, Garrett always.
Andrea, is that your hammer that she has, or did she make her own?
She made her own. Mine got broken in the fire.
Oh yeah. Because I remember yours was quite large.
My brother made mine, but it got broken in the fire. So.
Yeah. I've got mine is around here somewhere. I don't know.
Hey, that's a pretty good photo. Yeah, whoever took it must be really talented.
Someone's a really good photographer. I wouldn't.
That guy knows what he's doing with the camera. Not only can he cosplay, he can take good pictures too. Literally,
he's got
some of my favorite pictures are.
It's like he's almost mad.
All right, so James, how did you get into cosplay?
Oh, Batman, for sure. Let me think. It's been like 8 years. We did a trunk or treat at our church, and we did a Batman themed trunk. And my Batman costume was, like Under Armour shirt, Under Armour pants, the, Party City belt, an old Ruby's Batman mask, and like a tablecloth.
I looked like a vigilante Batman there.
Yeah, it was like it was just like a piece. It was
poor instead of rich.
It was a quick piece together Batman suit to do a trunk or treat with my Batman cornhole set, and this family came by. It was this little boy in a wheelchair, and his wheelchair was done up in green lights, green LEDs, and he was Green Lantern. And his moms were ecstatic because he was getting he knew everybody in the trunk because we had a couple of villains, and he was naming everybody off, and he was like, for sure, like, this is Batman, like, this is Batman. And so his moms reached out to the church to find out who did the trunk, got him in touch with me, and they said, hey, he is going in for a pretty evasive surgery. Chase, we're best friends now. Chase has autism and cerebral palsy, and it's a little thing called short gut. But he's now 20 years old. It's crazy. Or 19. I think he just turned 19. 19 or 20. He just had a birthday. I'm having a brain fart. But I visited him in Le Bonheur. They like snuck us in. I snuck us in with like a duffel bag. I went into the bathroom. I changed. And that was the spark that lit the fire. As soon as we got in the car, my wife was like, you need a better suit.
Oh.
I was like, is this permission? And
she didn't know what she was signing up for, did she?
Exactly. So it started from there. And then I met Jeremy, and Jeremy got me involved with doing visits. And then Jeremy and I got involved with Cosplay Memphis, and Jeremy started putting together like Star Wars stuff. I started putting together Star Wars, and it has just snowballed into now I have a nonprofit, a 501c3 called Bluff City Batman. And, we've been all over Tennessee, into Missouri, into Illinois. It's just crazy. It's really like spiraled out of control.
It's one of those things where you either fall in love with cosplay or it's just something that you're like, I'll do it sometime.
And it's just like everybody's like, you're just dressing up. I'm like, well, because like Halloween, I didn't dress up. I put on a hoodie, and everybody's like, are you seriously not dressing up to trick or treat? I'm like, no.
Like, you
What's
realize
the point?
I do this year round.
Yeah, like I do this all the time. So
right.
I mean, so you've got Batman, Gaston, Thor, Han Solo, Yeah, Andrew and I have done Han and Kira together a couple times.
Yeah.
Nice.
I gotta remake that one now because she was in the fire as well.
Ghostbusters, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, and now Homelander doesn't count, but because he's not done. But yeah, yeah. So my plan was, and this was before the show even kept. I have little breastfeeding bottles downstairs in my cabinet. And I was going to fill them up with milk and like I'd make like a holster for the back of the belt underneath the cape. So like when I got to the con, you just walk around with them like sipping on them as Homelander.
Yeah, that's
I was probably
and
I was gonna get like you gotta we know people that run booths. I was gonna have them like sneak in some like some white Russians and stick in there and have a real good time. But
I have definitely met some people that inebriated was a nice way of putting it at cons. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, since you're listing off your costumes, now's a good time to show off some of the pictures that you sent us.
Oh Lord, here we go. I can't remember what I sent you.
So I'm going to pop them up and just if you want to talk a little bit about each picture and costume.
Okay, we're going.
So of course, Batman.
So that is my current Batman suit. The boots were custom made by a guy in Paducah. He actually makes Kiss boots and Kiss costumes, and he wants to get in. He wants to get into the superhero game. So I reached out to him. Those are knee-high leather boots that have no zipper. They are fun to get on and off. Let me tell you. The fun story is the belt. Are you guys familiar with Bat in the Sun? The
yes.
fan. So that is Kevin Porter's belt.
Oh.
Their
nice.
Batman. That's his belt. That's his belt that he wore in the Batman versus Wolverine short.
That's cool.
So I've got that, and then this. Yeah, and so it's like it's just a screen printed suit that I got from my Batman from Nashville's Dark Knight, Adam Prince. I just love that style. I like the big emblem. I've ordered 4 or 5 other ones, and I just keep going back to that one. So that's my favorite. And then the cowl is made by Sean Reeves from Reeves FX out of LA. Sean Reeves that man is a true talent. I don't know why Warner Brothers hasn't hired him to design a bat suit, because that man has an incredible eye for the Batman cowl. That's his custom design.
I've seen that cowl a lot.
It is so intimidating. Like kids love it after a while, but at first it's kind of. But I just love it's not too long of an ear, and it's not too short of an ear. But I love. It's called the Vigilante, and it's
nice.
I love it. So yeah, but that's my Batman. It does the job. Beautiful. It's not anything. It's not like an exact replica of anything. It's kind of a mosh-posh of things, which I like.
I feel like that's the way to go with a character like Batman, because there's been so many versions. I mean, there's nothing wrong with.
I would like to do a key. I want to do a. Okay, so there's my Thor. Fun story on that suit.
I know the story on this suit.
Yes.
My partner, Jeremy called me one day and he said, "Hey, St. Jude, here in Memphis, we have the main hospital for St. Jude. With the first of it wasn't Endgame. What was before Endgame? Infinity War. Infinity War was coming out, and they said they wanted the Avengers together for a visit. And he said, we have everybody but Thor. Can you put Thor together?" I said, yeah, let me see what I can do. I got on eBay and I found that chest piece, and it had like an undershirt and gauntlets and like shin guards, and it said screen used. And I said, and come to find out, it was a screen used in an adult film. an adult and, and an adult parody of Thor.
Oh god.
Came with the helmet and everything. So when it got here, everything cloth on that suit got trashed.
I was
Everything
gonna
cloth.
say.
Everything cloth. The chest piece is urethane, so it got wiped down with Clorox wipes. I made the hand guards. I made the boot covers, and it's just a pair of pleather.
Okay, but
pleather
I want
pants
to know
with it.
how you found this out.
It came with a certificate of authenticity.
Oh,
It was part of the eBay sale, and I'm like, you know what? No one's bidding on it, and
that's
I'm going to
why.
take. Yeah, and even more funny story. I don't even know if you know this, Andrea. The person that made that suit
Mhm.
is who I bought the Batmobile from.
It's such a small world.
He sold.
The Batmobile wasn't used for things like that.
No, it wasn't. I make sure. He made he had a bunch of costumes. He had a bunch of cosplays. He was a cosplayer, and he sold them to an adult production company.
Hey,
Wow.
Like one day we saw. Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. Like when you like. Yeah. So, but it's been repainted. It's been repainted. It got a brand new cape. Made by the talented John Scanlon, so it has excellent flow. It got repainted by me, and now it has new shields on it made by Jeremy. So 3D printed by Jeremy. So, and that picture was taken by the talented Frank Chin. Are you telling us?
he is not, but
Yes. You can look it up. It's Thor XXX.
But yeah, Frank
that's the exact movie.
Photographer too. So yeah, Frank does.
No, I was not. But the costume was pieces of it.
The costume in a past life.
Pieces of it.
Yes, and you gave the costume new life going to children's events.
Yeah. And then there's Han. Han was fun. Han was a spur of the moment one too, for the Redbirds and for a bunch of different stuff. But yeah, Han's fun, especially with Josh being Chewy. We have a lot of fun doing that. So
yeah, we have a very, very accurate Chewy.
Yeah,
I love that.
He laid all the fur on his costume. So
I took that vest with me to Walt Disney World, and I wore it to Hollywood Studios, and everybody was stopping me, and they were like, what store did you get your vest in? I'm like, it's not here for sale, dude. You got to keep going. Like, no, everybody wanted to get it, but it's like, it wasn't there. They only sell like Jedi and Sith stuff. So,
yeah.
But I know some guys that have worn the full get up besides the belt to Galaxy's Edge, and it's pretty cool to wear.
They allow that because Disney's very picky about costumes.
Well, you can get away with that with a vest and white shirt with jeans and like riding boots.
Yeah, Han can slide in there. So he's casual enough to be everyday clothing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I said, they didn't have the holster or the belt with them. They wore just the riding boots and like, so the actual Han pants are like a denim type. So jeans work with it. So I know some guys that have done it and they loved it. But
that sounds fun.
Yeah, those are the main ones. That was going on the end of hour 13 in the Magic Kingdom that day.
Oh, you were wearing that wig for a while.
No, I didn't wear the wig for 13 hours. We did rope drop that morning, ran back to the hotel. Ran back to the hotel, changed clothes, and came back for Boo Bash. Yeah, that was the shot I wanted in front of that fountain.
That's the money shot.
Yeah, that's what I wanted in front of that fountain. So,
living the dream.
It was fun, and that milkshake was actually the the 5 dozen egg milkshake. It was a custard milkshake
Nice.
for Boo Bash.
Nice.
But he wasn't in the parade at Boo Bash. He wasn't at a meet and greet. So my theory stands that he is an anti-hero for Disney now. So we can leave that up for argument, but I'll win that argument that he is now considered an anti-hero for Disney.
He will go to his grave defending Gaston.
Fair.
Yes, I will fall off a castle for it.
I mean, it's one way to stay dedicated to your character.
Well, somehow, according to Descendant, somehow he lives. So
I don't know anything about Descendants. Wow, that's a long fall to survive.
somehow he had a kid. I don't know. I mean, figure it out. I don't know. But
Disney magic, right?
Didn't
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
the
multiple
Disney,
kids in Descendants? Like, all the villains survived in Descendants. Like, I feel like
I know, right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. They all survived enough to have
Comic book
kids.
characters
So.
died 6,000 times and keep coming back.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it is that midway
yeah,
point in the show when it's time to do our catwalk. We don't make the guests go first because that's mean. We do make the guest
I'll do
walk
the
too,
whole-
but we won't make you go first unless you want to.
I'll do the whole time.
Damn.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to show you all up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I will go first just because might as well.
So
All right.
beautiful Maleficent.
All right, on too sexy for my shirt. On too sexy for my shirt. My camera has a wide angle now. Woo! That was my walk. Andrea?
I did not put on the hoop skirt today because I had to toss out it. I kind of broke a hoop in it, but you can see the rest of it. You see most of it in, our opening sequence there. But
True.
I'm
On too sexy for this catwalk. On too sexy for this catwalk.
I'm very, very, very sparkly. This will blind you. It's like all sequins, so it will blind you in the sunlight. Very proud of this costume.
All right, I think we should take it from no one slick as Gaston for Gaston's walk. What do you think?
Ready to go, Mr.
Do I need to stand
All
up
right.
for this?
However you want to do it.
No one's
well,
slick
it's
as
hard to
Gaston.
see, but-
No one's quick as Gaston. No one's next as incredibly
Can't see it.
thick
You know what
as
it-
Gaston. Where there's no man
You
in
know what?
town
Have you
like
seen-
manly. Woohoo!
Have you seen the fabulous? Have you seen the GIF that's like fabulous of him? That's the only way you can like see the whole outfit. If I was like, there's the boots.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. And here, Paragon.
Most of our guests don't put on shoes.
Yeah, we have the hardest time showing off the whole outfit because webcams do not get everything.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
showed it off.
so
Well, we got to show it off in his last picture before in front of the fountain. You got to see the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
they're good for tromping around. So
It's like this is a little way to sneak it. If you want to see the full costume, just follow him on social media.
As you should, which we will give that
That-
link at
that-
the end. So stay to the end.
that's one of my faults. I really don't post a lot of costume stuff on social media. I need to get better with my Instagram.
I tag you in them, and I'll so you're kind of
Yeah, you can tag me. There's stuff there, but I need to do better.
Yes, you
We're
do.
gonna get you out there.
We're admonishing
So,
you now. Post more pictures.
I do have a Gaston. One of my TikToks, I did a Gaston TikTok where a girl was like, "Tell me you're a Disney fan without telling me you're a Disney fan," and I was basically in the whole get up, and I just sat down in the chair and like took a sip, and so.
Nice.
I feel like you wish you were as big a fan as I am.
No one beats Garrett. No one beats Garrett and Nikki. I'm saying it right here. I know they're watching. No one beats them.
The theme for their episode is going to be Disney magic, and
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you know what?
I've only been Facebook friends with them for a few weeks, and I can already tell.
If
My
you know
friends Mark
something
from
about
Disney might compete with them.
Yeah.
If you think you know something about Disney, Garrett knows it too, and he knows more about it than you do. Like he goes in depth about it, and I love him for it. Because if I need to know something, I text him.
Yeah, he knows the music. He knows the names of like the people that created it, the artists, the voice actors.
Anything about the parks, I'm just like, anytime I text him, I'm like, I need to know this.
And like
Tell
you
me
play
this.
Disney trivia with Garrett, everybody gets Garrett. That's basically how it has to be.
I love him for it, man. That man is a well of Disney knowledge.
He's just awesome. Don't worry, in 2 weeks we'll be talking him and Nikki up like we are.
And I will be tuning in and sending in little quips and everything. Don't worry.
He's gonna be like typing up Disney trivia. Like, so let's see if I can stump Garrett this
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
I'm sure he
this
he
is a
knows
good
what
point in the
size
episode to show off our viewer submissions.
he knows what size shoe Walt Disney had.
So here is our evil queen, Robin. You all might remember Robin Burks from
Scares
our
me
very
to death
first
every
episode.
time.
I love this one in person so much.
Her evil
I've got
queen
to be
is.
Snow White to her evil queen.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you.
I should have sent you the pictures of those together.
Yes.
Yeah, she's.
Don't worry,
She's
I'm
quite-
gonna start posting the pictures in the comments for people that want to go back and look at them or follow people.
Please.
There's a
No,
good one.
that's-
There we
you are
go.
again.
Okay.
Okay, Wonderland Duo Cosplay. There they are with James.
Yeah, we did a.
I love this so
we
much.
Yeah, we did a full-on photo shoot with it.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
so
that was
cute.
at Anime Blues Con. So
And I love the Captain Hook.
Garrett
Yeah.
Captain Hook. We did a Princess and Pirates event at Le Bonheur, and for the longest, the kids did not want to go near him. They were so scared of Captain Hook. I'm like, guys, Captain Hook's being really good and nice today. We eventually convinced him to go, but he had them convinced he was a really bad guy. They just saw him.
I
like,
think
no.
that prosthetic nose is where it's at, though. That's what I love.
getting that
I tried to
nose.
do a prosthetic chin one time, and it just didn't work out. So
Sarah.
yeah,
This is Sarah.
Yep.
She's under SA
Yeah.
underscore fire art on Instagram. She's also a really talented author, which she posts
does
about her
everything.
books on her Instagram. You all should follow
But
her.
let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. What can Sarah do that's wrong? I mean, the girl can.
Nothing.
I can throw her 20 pieces of something and she turns it into a costume and it looks great. I mean, I'm so upset with her.
She can write, she acts, she cosplays, she plays violin, and she's really sweet. Like, can she just
She's
be
the-
me so that when she has
She's a
something
total
bad?
package.
Yeah, and she's beautiful too. I mean, just look at her.
I know Crayley and I
her
were
and her
like,
boyfriend Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, her and her boyfriend Dylan did Rapunzel and Flynn Rider for my daughter's birthday last month, and they were awesome. So
oh,
They
cute.
do some cute couple cosplays.
Yeah, Crayley and I both were like, yeah, she looks like she's photoshopped, but she's not. She's just real life
Yeah.
Barbie.
That's just what she
Gorgeous.
looks like.
And very talented.
This is our contact. It's the Bellwether from Zootopia. Madame Medusa, which a lot of people don't know. They don't watch The Rescuers. And then their take on Cruella. So lots of little villains there.
well, they will because the rescuers are coming. Well, not the rescuers. Sorry, I was thinking Rescue Rangers. My bad.
That was Chip and Dale.
Yeah, Chip and Dale's coming back in a full-length movie.
That's exciting.
I love Chip and Dale growing up, but I love The Rescuers too. But a lot of people don't know that.
The Rescuers are underrated.
That's a deep take right there. That's a deep cut. She went deep with that. I'm proud of that.
Love it.
I have to use all my knowledge for something or my brain will explode. Garrett, your brain needs to not explode.
We need you around, Garrett. You can't explode. You're not allowed.
We do.
The world needs to see more Garrett. And Angel Green.
Mrs. Grinch.
This is so cute.
This weekend at NCSC, and I love it. She's like, I don't know
I'm
if
jealous.
It's fairy tale because it is a story that is wild and off out of the way. It's great.
I'm extremely jealous she can pull off the Grinch without the face prosthetic that I have because I do the Jim Carrey face prosthetic, and I hate like prosade and all that stuff, and I just hate it, but I do it, and it just goes on, and I feel like I'm being smothered, but I love doing Jim Carrey, so.
It was a fun version. Did you get the ones
Yeah.
that DL sent us, Kelly? They were in our chat. DL sent some of her villain pictures.
Oh.
Yeah, she sent them to us like as we started.
How long ago did you send them to me?
Just like today, just while I was going.
Okay, hang on.
Like, everybody wants to see DL costumes because she's amazing.
Always. Always, always.
DL?
Ah.
Yeah, her costume.
Oh, yep, I see now.
What she got? It's probably going to scare the daylights out of me.
And she's got so many.
Oh my gosh, these are gorgeous. I'm getting the sneak peek before everyone else.
Exactly. I'm waiting with bated breath.
DL, you're such perfection.
She always is.
I was such a fan of DL before I like started doing Back of the Cereal Box stuff. And then I was like, and then she and I were talking, and she's like, oh, but I had heard of you too. And I'm like, what?
I'm trying to figure out how she and I had never met until this year at Covington, and we're both in Memphis. Like, how? How did we not?
I don't know, because you guys live in the same area and like run in the same circles and know a lot of the same people. So
Memphis is huge.
Memphis is, yeah, it's not.
Okay, but the con scene in Memphis, like I feel like, and they know a lot of the same people.
I went to more out of town cons for a long time than the Memphis one. There she goes. Look at her.
There she is.
Look at this. Like, this is one of the most gorgeous women in the world.
Hide your dogs. Hide your dogs. Hide your husbands.
I was playing at being a bombshell. She was a bombshell.
Hide your wives too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hide your dog. Hide your dogs. Hide your.
Hide your spouses.
Hide everybody because she's gonna turn everybody.
Hide your farm girls from Kansas before they drop a house on your sister.
And there's a Batmobile.
There's a Batmobile, which is amazing, and I'm so jealous.
It was the only one I could find really quick, James. It's me, Robin, and Lindsay in the picture.
Yeah, so that was at that was at St. Jude. Yeah, that was at St. Jude when we drove it through the campus.
Yeah.
Yes, Casper appreciates the rescuers.
Casper was the Madame Medusa. This is our cat, Madame Medusa, and all of them. So.
Oh wow, that's a deep cut, man.
I love it.
That is a deep cut.
Oh, DL, I am still geeking out over that fact. Like, I don't have. DL's got
to get with me. She's got to get with me if we're gonna wait till Halloween next year or do it before then. Do Beetlejuice. So.
Yes. This must happen.
When she said she was a fan, I'm like, whenever anybody says they're a fan of me, I'm always thinking, I'm a big dork. I can't imagine anybody actually being a fan of me.
We're all dorks.
And my whole thing is people are like, but you're really good. I'm like, no, I genuinely have enough anxiety that people are hearing me. So I'm always like, you're not really a fan. You're just being nice.
No, you're like, yeah, no, everybody knows you make your own stuff. So it's just like everybody's waiting with bated breath. What did she sew now? And I'm like when you were posting those pictures and you were making your bombshell Captain Marvel, I was like she's making gloves. And I'm over here trying to order red gloves from somewhere, and you're just making gloves. And I'm like,
I torture myself with making gloves. I hate myself sometimes.
So well, just remember you're awesome, and you put stuff
Agreed,
together.
Casper. Casper says you're not a dork, you're a queen. Thank you.
Now we're gonna make the sign.
Agreed, Casper. You're smart.
You're a queen. And if no one agrees, hey, if no one agrees, off with their head. So.
Yes.
Oh, that was the weirdest moment I ever had at Le Bonheur. So what?
Sierra, top tier cosplayer. Yes.
Top tier.
We were at Le Bonheur the first time I wore this for Fairytale Day, and this little girl came up behind me. She goes, "Are you the Queen of Hearts?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And she was like, "I know a couple of people whose heads we could take," and I'm just like,
You know, that's the crazy thing is with those events at the children's hospital. It's like the villains, like when we do the superhero days, the Joker, man.
Well, it's ours. Come on.
Okay, that's a whole episode in itself. Let's not get into that.
But yeah, they love the villains. They show up like they see the Joker or Harley. They love it. You know, when you did Gaston, I did the Queen of Hearts, and Robin did the Evil Queen. We're like, let's all be villains. But they love the villains.
They love the villains. So
everybody likes the bad guy.
Everybody loves the villains. You hear that, Garrett? Everybody loves the villains. So keep the beast. Yeah, keep the beast in the house. Yeah, I actually have that beast head. It's mounted on the wall in my costume closet, so where it deserves to be. I made a video. I gotta find it. I'll send it to you, Andrew. It was after Halloween when I first wore the full new getup, and I put my hand in the mask and the beast head, and I was like, "I love Bill. We're gonna read books, buddy." And then it like fell off, and it was just my hand, and I was like, I'll have to send it to you.
I would like to see this too.
Yeah,
I'll have to find it.
Also, DL says she's stalking us both. Well, DL, I'm stalking you back, so you know.
It's a mutual stalking. It's fine. It's fine. There's a lot of love here in the serial box group.
You know what? That's fine, DL. I'll stalk Daryl. How about that? Since she won't stalk me, I'll stalk Daryl.
I feel like Daryl doesn't get enough love and appreciation, so he might like.
Daryl gets it. Daryl will get my attention.
The serial box
Disney brings the villains out in the parks for meet and greets. They always have the longest lines, so he can't disagree. I mean, you know what though? Deal says, please do stalk him. He needs a stalker.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it in me.
James has got him for you.
I will become the president of the fan club, the Daryl fan club.
Oh. Number one fan.
Oh. You know what? I feel like villains, we all have a little bit of a villain in us.
I'm a retail. I have a huge villain in me.
Heck, yes. None of us are really Disney princesses.
But we have the most fun.
Villains do have more fun
me neither.
than the good guys. They do.
Every time I put on this get up, I just feel like once the crown is on, I'm just like, yeah. Like,
I'm the queen. I'm the queen. Bow down.
I'm like, don't look at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's like, how can you be masculine with a ponytail? And I'm like, well, it's not a ponytail. It's a stallion tail. So.
So no masculine men have long hair. Who cares if he wants long hair? Let him have it.
Let it flow.
We don't judge around here.
Also, masculinity is not tied to hair length or anything else. And if you're worried about that, you're not that secure in your masculinity.
Don't worry, I'm not worried about it at all. Oh, it's not a stretch. Sorry.
He just needed to get a little bit of that out.
Gotta get a little stretch out. Yeah.
I also remember when we made some videos that somebody asked about when I got y'all to record stuff after we were at Lavonder. And it's when Stephanie was Belle. And she was recording her video and you came up behind her and you went, I hope you feel better soon. And you just flexed and just stood there. And Stephanie was trying so hard not to laugh. She's trying to be Belle in this video and she's trying so hard not to crack up.
So
I can't remember what song I did as Gaston for lip sync battle.
Oh yeah, they record videos when we do the honor. They'll record videos for the kids.
Like Rapunzel did whip my hair back and forth.
No, you did single ladies, didn't you?
No, I didn't do. No, it wasn't single ladies.
You did that, but you were dancing with it at least.
Yeah, I did. I have to go back and find it. I don't know. It's been. It's all running together.
Our days they can get interesting by the time we've been there a few hours and the kids are really getting into it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so worth it though. I tell people it sounds cliche, but joining cosplay Memphis was the best thing I've done as a cosplayer. Like it's the best doing those events with those kids. It sounds cheesy and cliche, but it's true.
It is very cheesy, but it's true. So
Like all the contests, the awards, all of that. That's I love being able to say I have them, but like really going in and a kid seeing the character that they've wanted to see in person and watching their eyes light up when you walk in, that especially when they're over there fighting, illnesses and all the stuff.
Right.
And they look at you like you just made
the
their day.
the epitome for me was Chase and I went on Memphis morning television together, and verbal. He talks, but he makes words, but they're not clear when, especially when he gets really excited. The reporter kept calling me James. That bugged him because out of the mask I'm Bruce, and the mask I'm Batman. And he was trying to tell the reporter so hard that that's not James, that's Bruce Wayne. And at that moment, I knew I had reached the epitome. Like, I'm done. Like, I can just stop now.
You
So,
made his life, not just his day, but his life.
and I told him it was at Memphis Comic Expo, the last one they had. He actually got to see the Batmobile for the first time, and I was like, dude. And I told him his mom's, I'm like, this is the Chase Mobile. If it wasn't for him, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
All of this started because of him, and we've like I said, that's the spark that lit the fire, and that fire just keeps burning.
It is awesome.
Gosh.
It's brought a lot of joy to people, and it's made a lot of friends. And like I said, last year Cosplay Memphis got me through a lot of bad times. Like, and when my house burned down, and when my dad passed away, like you guys had my back, and that meant more to me than anything because you guys were just like, let us know if you need anything. And I knew y'all were being sincere. It wasn't the false, sincerity you get out of people. It's because the people in our group, we don't let just anybody in. You have to truly be somebody we can trust with kids and.
We do like an intro. We do an interview. We sit down and talk to you, and especially if you're somebody out of the blue. But if we've seen you at events and we know you, or you're friends with somebody, it works. But
we need to know you can handle delicate situations properly.
Yeah, we've done some tough stuff. Like Jeremy and I drove to Nashville on a whim, like at the last minute's notice because a little boy was going into hospice with an incurable brain tumor, and they called from Vanderbilt. I don't know how they got Jeremy. Somehow they got us. I don't know. I think they got through the cosplay site, and they were like, "Look, bless this group up here at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. They're running down to Party City. They're grabbing superhero costumes, but when they come back with them on, he knows it's not them. Like, that's not Batman. That's not Superman. We need Batman. We need Superman." So Jeremy and I dropped everything and went to Nashville, and that was probably one of the toughest things we had to do. But we spent like 2 hours with him, playing games, watching videos. Jeremy actually brought an extra Superman cape with him, and a week later they draped the cape over his casket.
Oh gosh.
So
there's a lot of times you literally sit in your car crying after you've done these things because of what you see. But
it's really worth. I mean, it's really worth it, especially we can't take our pictures with people. Like, people take their pictures. So when you randomly come across them, like on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, and you just see how happy these people are, it's really something. And
the parents come up to you and say, "Thank you for doing this," because you made a tough day for them better. And we're just a bunch of nerds playing dress up that decided to do something good with it. And
Andrea, I really suggest as soon as once you can get him on here, get Jeremy on here to tell his story about what he did.
Like fake superhero.
Yeah, he's a real life superhero. Like he really saved a guy's life. So I think y'all really need that would be an awesome story to share. And
I'm gonna eventually have all of cosplay this on here.
You're really going to that well. You're really tapping it quick. You're getting everybody knocked out of the way. So
I mean,
it's hard. We've got some Wisconsin people coming up in the beginning of the year from my Heroes Alliance group.
There we go.
So we're going back and forth.
There you go.
A lot of good people who are also good cosplayers, and they're worth getting on here and having people hear what they have to say both about cosplay and life in general. I seriously.
Just promise me when Garrett comes on, he won't talk about my experience at Anime BluesCon 2 years ago because he still laughs about it. So he always picks on me about it. So
I feel like he needs to.
Well,
no, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't. We don't need to talk about it.
We'll be kind.
It's just I saw a lot that weekend. I saw a lot.
James is not an anime con goer. He's more of a comic con goer.
I'm more of a Comic-Con guy, and I went to go work the cosplay repair table, and I was just like sitting there, and I'm like wide-eyed, and then I put this on, and I was like, I'm still sticking out. Like I can't even blend in. Like I was just like, but it's okay. It's fine.
When the average
anime cons are a different culture.
Average age for that was about 13 to 15. So it's a much younger crowd, and
yeah.
It's a bunch of teenagers unsupervised for the first time, I think, and
my sympathies.
Yeah, Bria, that's basically what it is. It's teenagers unsupervised in downtown Memphis for a couple hours, and I turned into an old man really quick, and I was like, "Where are your parents?"
I turned into one at con.
Yeah, I would have
I will hot glue this for you, but you need to find an adult. All right.
Yeah, I've become the con mom or the weird con aunt, so I get it. I'm always like, I'm too old for this. I have the full on, Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old.
I'm too old. I am too old. Yeah, I'm at that point where I'm just like.
I feel that a lot. I felt that when I was like 20 going to college. So now at nearly 40, I'm definitely like.
It's fun. I mean, it's cool to go as just an attendee and cosplay, but when you go as a guest, I find that even more exhausting. When you go when we go take the Batmobile to cons,
that's a lot.
Oh my god! Because I finally decided to make a F8 a top 10 question sign and just put up because everyone asks the same 10 questions every time. Yeah. So, but by the end of the day, I'm just exhausted from talking. And standing, but
that's what you get for having
it's fun.
Awesome Batmobile that people want at their cons. that's your curse.
That's the cross I bear.
For being fabulous.
Casper, I'm the 27-year-old mom friend who gets put on by teenagers at ABC and told, "Why did you steal an adult wristband?"
Yeah, Casper, the pictures we've shared of them on several of the collages over the episodes, Casper's very tiny. So they do not look 27.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem.
And then Flies and Cowboy was saying what you were saying earlier is very true, especially when it's a performance with the costume. You can't just go to Party City and throw on a costume and expect a kid to buy it.
It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. You have to become a kid wants you to be the character, so it's a lot of acting too.
Yeah, it is.
That's the play part of the cosplay.
It's the play. So
we do have a lot of fun though.
So we are 5 minutes past the hour. So James, do you have any parting words about cosplay? Anything else you want to tell people?
I'm sure everybody that's watching does it, or if you don't do it, try it one time. I know everybody that's watching is probably the same boat we all are. We just can't wait to get back to somewhat normal. I know MCFC was somewhat normal from what I heard. So the con scene slowly coming back is just going to be fun to get back into the swing of things. I love it from a business aspect. So I can't wait to get back on the road and sharing the fun.
Me too.
I know it's just been kind of something's just been kind of missing. I don't know, and everybody's like saying like now that stuff's slowly coming back, when it does, like MCFC and Covington, they were packed because no one's had anything to do for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And it was just like slant all these, and I'm hearing it's the same thing across the country where I'm seeing posts. So it's coming back full force. When you go to C2, you said you're going to C2E2.
It's gonna be crazy.
Chicago don't play.
No.
So,
no, luckily they're requiring people to wear masks, so hopefully people will be smart. But we'll see.
Get you a themed mask. I got a Gaston face mask for Disney, and it went over. It goes
to match each of my character costumes.
There you go. The Gaston mask that I had worked out perfectly, and it was going to work out well for Homelander, but that didn't work out. But the Gaston mask worked out perfectly.
Nice.
This the smug smile. So
we had it on at Lavonner the last time we were there, and it was hilarious.
It worked out well. It was this past one was actually really good because my sister works at Lavonner now, as a family life coordinator, not coordinator, but she hangs out with the kids all day. They got her to dress up as Elsa. So we did it together. So it was the first time, and of course, like my parents like broke out old Halloween pictures to put them up side by side. So
all right. So James, where can we find you on social media?
Okay, I am on Twitter and Instagram at Bluff City Batman, BLUFF City Batman. Bluff City as in Memphis, not as in East Tennessee Bluff City. Also on Facebook, Bluff City Batman is our page. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. And you can follow our journeys with the Batmobile. We're doing visits and appearances and fundraisers. We usually do Christmas parades, but probably not this year. The car's getting a lot of good maintenance done to it, so we can get ready for the new year when stuff starts opening up. So yeah, IG, Twitter, Facebook, those are the main places. I use TikTok just to waste time. So
nice. And Andrea?
Like usual, mostly Instagram. My Instagram posts to my Facebook, so it's just Media Rise. You won't find me on TikTok. I don't exist there. But I know the whole out that doesn't have a TikTok.
Don't do it. As soon as you get it, it's a black hole. It's literally time travel. You start one, and then 30 minutes later, you don't know where you are.
I have enough things to do. I don't need any more distractions.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. They'll find you in the. Someone will find you in the stock room at Target thumbing through TikToks, and we don't want that. So.
No, it's usually Instagram.
Yeah, I don't have one either. My husband curates TikToks for me, and he just sends me ones he knows I'll enjoy.
That's how I get people.
And I love him for it.
You know, I know the days my wife works from home because I'll get on TikTok at work and I'll have like 20 messages of just ones that she sent to me. And I'm just like, then I have to catch. So, but it's the same way. I'll send her 20 and just like,
it's a love language. It's a valid love language.
That's a TikTok. They understand each other. And here's a video you enjoy.
You'll get this, or this will make you mad.
So people can find me on linktree.com/PhoenixSaysCosplay. You can find all my stuff, all Curly stuff, find Curly's Pokeballs. And because I keep forgetting to mention them, make sure you check our show notes for whycosplay.com because there is a promo code. They're our sponsor They're keeping the show running, and go buy from them. You get like 20% off. It's a really good deal. They have good stuff. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great night. Go drink some chamomile tea in your nice mug. Chip says good night.
I've got my mug. So
Oh, I love it.
you can have that.
James, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
Good
Amazing.
night, Andrea.
Thank you for having me. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
You're
Bye.
welcome.